Hey guys, first fan of the night.
First fan of the night.
Sorry to be doing this without Andy. I was really hoping he'd be here for this one. Hopefully, we'll install this somewhere that he can do a video of that. Maybe he'll have a place to install it. I don't know. What do we have here, Rick?
All right, so we have what I at this point in time. So it is from probably about 1976. Maybe the blades could be from 77 since it has wood blades. This is a very, very, very late R36 technically, I believe, since it has this faceplate. Right?
Yeah.
This would be an R36, but it is pretty much right on the cusp of when it became like the original as we would know it, having the the radial vents and the 36-inch original that we would all picture. But this one is an R36. It's very tail end of that design, and it's really cool because this is a crossover model. As you see, it has the later style Hunter original switch housing that we'd expect, the old R36 faceplate, and it also has the what would become the flush mount or the low profile canopy later. But this is a really neat fan. You don't see this this era. You don't see a lot of these popping up, and this one also has cloth wiring too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, and it's a 2-speed, and yeah, no, obviously I don't have any complaints about a nice vintage original. So.
Did you mention the low profile canopy?
Yeah, that was the canopy that would later become the vaulted ceiling kit,
Yep.
effectively. But at this point in time, it was the low profile mounting. And I mean, we've got it hanging on a more standard J hook type mount, so it hangs a little bit lower. But with the correct mount, it would be like a nice flush mount look.
Yeah, this was their first, because the trumpet canopy took up a lot of space, and most antique canopies took up a lot of space. So this was their first attempt at something for lower ceilings, and just the idea was the fan could be mounted closer to the ceiling because the canopy didn't take up as much space.
Right.
Of course, the problem with that is that it was a pain to install, which is why they very quickly developed the two-piece canopy.
Yes.
Which was pretty iconic, actually. A lot of other companies copied it, whether the shape or sometimes just the design, like with Lasco.
Yeah.
It's a pretty, solid way to be able to fit.
It is. I mean, if you're at first I found them kind of annoying to deal with, but yeah, it is really a very effective way to get a double claw mount, or whatever you want to call the J hook esque mount close to the ceiling. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and another note, this has an Emerson fitter. I don't know if it probably doesn't show in the camera much, but it is actually...
That's a blender fan.
That is a blender fan brown, so I don't know how it ended up with an Emerson.
I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of that tag that I can actually see what it's written on it.
Oh, right.
So we can see if there's a model number or a serial number or any other information. I'm looking for that while we...
Okay. So, I mean, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a really cool fan. You do not see many of you don't see these crossover ones too often. Usually it's just either an R36 or a 36-inch original. So
I've always wanted. Okay. Oh, it is not an R36. It is a model 22270.
Oh, okay. Well, let me check.
And it 1.2 amps, Hunter Division Robbins and Myers, 115 volts. I'm looking to see if I can see any other information. I'll let you know if I have more.
Okay.
There was a tag on it in the pictures before I bought it, and the tag did not make it to me. It came off.
Yeah, unfortunately, it came out. And it was interesting because it was actually stuck on the faceplate, which is unusual. That you normally be on top or on the side.
Speaking of which, it was pretty well mangled before it got to me. Not shipping mangled, surprisingly. It was. I'm pretty sure they took it down with the blades attached and just threw it fully assembled into somebody's car, and it got. Bent blade arms and cracked blades and all kinds of damage, and I thought for sure we would have to replace the blades and irons, and I am very Rick is the MVP because he managed to get it back into running shape using the original, pun intended. Yes, laugh. Blades and irons. And we'll see how well he did in this video, but I actually think he did pretty well from the looks of it.
It was pretty bad. I mean, what couple of them? One was bent probably 45 degrees upward, and another one was probably about 45 degrees bent backward. So
it might be the worst I've ever seen where they weren't actually broken.
Yeah, I'm impressed they didn't break. Actually, both in the original mangleization of it and we're trying to fix it. So they are pretty much intact.
Yeah, it was the kind of thing where if they broke, it was literally no loss.
Yeah, we had spares lined up. So But
So.
okay, well let's all right, let's go ahead
And this is a genuine Hunter stained glass globe. Although maybe other brands sold it too. I'm not sure. I'm sure Hunter didn't make them. I'm sure they sourced them from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But Hunter did show this globe in the catalog. It would have been later than this fan, of course.
Right.
Yeah, 2-speed. It's got the old blender fan style pull chain with the center off.
Mm-hmm. And this the socket's been replaced and they don't have a switch on it, so I'm just going to remove the bulb for...
I think you should just remove the bulb and keep it handy in case we want to do a Rick test at the end.
Precisely, yeah. We'll do that. And I don't remember what speed that is. It might be
we'll find out. It's either going to be 0 to high or it'll be 0 to low.
Yes, well, we'll find out. That looks like 0 to high.
It does. Yeah, 1.4, 1.5, and it's dropping, so that's definitely big inrush.
It's not a quiet fan, but...
No. I'm wondering if maybe I should get a set of those photography lights or videography lights for here, too.
Yeah?
I feel like we could make it a quiet fan.
Probably with the right isolation, and I mean...
What's vibrating this time? Is that the shade or something else?
Yeah, it's a shade.
Yeah.
The shade, obviously, with the panes kind of...
Yeah, that's the price we pay for beauty. Okay, well, we did 0. Let's do the CFM and the RPM.
Yes. So where are those?
They should be either in one of those boxes over there, or under the fan, one of the two. One of those, yeah, those, but probably the ones closer to where I would have been standing when I was testing a fan. So like where you see the USPS box? Look to your right. There's a banana box and it's got a USPS box in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, there.
The calculator I have not been able to find.
Oh.
But I've been using She Who Shall Not Be Named, and she's like, "Oh, I got my computer, so I guess I don't have to do that."
Too. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking when we make some space in here, I should get some of those lights for in here too, because honestly, I feel like these videos could look better now that I've seen how they look with the lights. They really do a good job.
1205. So that's gonna be 300 even, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which I believe it.
This flies.
This flies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what it does on the siphon.
Yeah, if it makes a lot of noise on solid state, we'll have to differentiate between what's like vibration that we could theoretically eliminate versus actual motor noise. Although really, most solid state noise is vibration that could theoretically be eliminated.
492.
Alexa, what is 492 multiplied by 7.07?
492 times 7.07 is 3,478.44.
So about 3,500. Honestly, I thought it was going to be more than that, even though it's a 36-inch fan. That's not like super high for a 36-inch fan.
Then again, the pitch is probably a little off too
because of the ricking,
mangalization. Even though it's at least.
Let me look at it. Oh yeah, those are much shallower than they would normally be.
Yeah, no, it's still about the highest I'm seeing.
How are you getting a breeze underneath it?
Oh yeah.
Like would you try to bend them a little steeper, or you'd leave it the way it is?
No, I'm not doing it tonight.
That's fair.
I got it balanced pretty well. Yeah, they're probably a little underpitched, just because again I wasn't sure. I know these things drag if they're overpitched, so I just.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like I was saying, I mean the balance is actually almost perfect.
It is. You did a great job. What you could do, not tonight obviously, but you theoretically could do it, is take one of the spare irons and mount that and just compare it to the others.
Save it, yeah.
And then you'd have a form
It
for
could
the rest
make
of them.
it may make a little difference. I mean, honestly, it's probably going a little bit faster with the lesser pitch, but
yeah. But these also this version is faster.
Yeah.
So
and these mainly operate off speed anyway. But at least the earlier ones did.
Yeah, because some of the metal bladed ones were pretty not pitched, I guess.
No, they weren't. That's what I'm saying. Like I can tell you that 10.
And this would have had an option for metal blades.
Yeah, that was still a thing, huh?
Okay, well let's take it to low.
All right.
Oh, do a power factor and all that. I bet you it's gonna be half though.
All right.
1.39 is our max.
Yep. 83 watts and half power factor.
Yep. That seems to be the thing for shaded pole originals.
Yes, I'm not holding the hum, the like bzz, bzz, bzz against it because that's mostly just the globe. All right, so 0.94 amps, 52 watts and a half power factor.
Yeah, we'll figure out when we get to the metal test how metal we think this might be. I have a pretty clear idea on how it'll score on everybody else's.
672
Okay.
divided by
Yeah, so
4.
that's gonna be like 600 divided by. Oh, you want me to just use the machine?
Ask her.
Sure. Alexa, what is 672 divided by 4?
672 divided by 4 is 168.
Yeah, I believe it.
I was gonna do it in my head.
Well, that's boring. Okay, well, I'm gonna switch it back to high, and then we'll do spin down.
Okay. It is supposed to snow on Wednesday. Yay.
Yeah, we went out without coats today.
Yep.
Alright, and spin down.
I think I've done all of the pressing computer things, so I'm going to check Marketplace now. Here's an entire lot of corncob LEDs. I know how much you love those.
Yeah. Only time I love them if it's the difference between replacing the whole fixture or not, but
That's true.
Otherwise, it's usually a downgrade.
That's true. No, they're not very metal. Oh.
Well, like, you know, I'd rather have the metal halide.
They don't crunch very well.
All right. So are we gonna do the metal test for see if it starts at 10 with a shaded pole, or do we think it's gonna?
I would do a more regular test on this one. Ooh, this is a little pricey, but it is near me. It is like driving distance from here.
I think it's gonna start at 7.
I think.
I honestly don't know. That's a guess.
I have no idea because I've never tested this variation of. The closest thing would be the one in the bathroom,
Right.
which would not be.
That one started very late, if I remember right. Because I rewatched that video recently because I was trying to figure
Well,
out.
I guess I'll say 8.
Very metal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh. Is it gonna stall?
I don't think so. Oh, it's like inching.
Like I said, it was actually very stiff when I got it, so I would not.
I think 7 is it. Yeah, 7 it is.
Where is? There you go. There's his metal list. Sending him a listing for some halides, which we know are metal.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that's done pretty much a full rotation. All right, here's 8.
off in the distance. If you listen carefully, you can still hear.
Oh, I even I have principles today.
Well, I think only Metal Pete could make Mike and Ike's, or Soundman Fuel as they are called, make them to be audible chewing noises.
Yes.
I don't understand how, because I mean he chews with his mouth open, which is pretty terrible, but other people do that and it's still not as loud. I don't know what his secret is.
There's none.
Other than just pure metal.
All I know is that me crunching with my mouth open directly next to the mic was still quieter than Pete chewing, 10 feet away.
Yeah, we're not joking about the loudness of the crunching.
It is very loud. Okay, so 9's decent. Alright, here's 10.
Ooh, here's a Rick fan.
Oh, nice.
I'll send it to you. It's a new in-box SMC. I think you already found one, maybe? It's the Saturn copy kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, you got me one of those.
DC-42, I mean? Like a...
Oh yeah, no, the black and brass one. Yeah, I really like those.
Did you ever find one?
I did. Rock Brewery store.
That's right. It's new in box. It's white and it's in Michigan, so I don't know.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not the kind of thing if you were going up there anyways, or
Yeah.
it might be cheap to ship it, or I don't know.
Okay, here is.
If there's another collector nearby, I don't know, because I don't know if anybody else would want it.
Here's
But
11.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I do like those.
Yeah, I figure you wouldn't mind having a new in-box one, especially if it's different than the
I feel
finish.
like those things are there's one of two things every time. They're either new in box, or they're in decent shape, but the blades are all bent every time, like without fail.
Doesn't surprise me.
I don't see that on other DC-42s though. It's always those ones for whatever reason, including the one I got. At least two bent.
Well, Rockford Restored just kind of means bent blades. Like those two things go hand in hand.
They do like to set things on
like
the blades.
wings and hot.
There's 12.
Off in the distance.
Which honestly, an 8, 12, 20 might actually be good if it doesn't go over. Here's 13.
It would be metal.
There's 14.
Where's the thrifting chat? I want to send this link to the thrifting chat.
16. What was it on hype?
1.39. So yeah, we're getting
well,
close,
so,
especially
yeah.
given how quickly
Yeah, the shaded poles usually do that.
they climb.
Okay, so at 17 we're very close, and I bet you 18's gonna go over. Yep. Oh yeah. So no 8, 12, 20.
No crunching.
All right. Now solid state would be interesting because usually these kind of things are decent on solid state. Unfortunately, my 38-inch hums like a banshee on solid state, so I'm probably just gonna run straight power to that and just keep using the 2-speed that it had. And then the other one, the 1032, does great on solid state.
Well, like I said, you could make them both 2-speed and just check a cardboard box in the canopy of the 1032.
Well, I've already got the solid state wired up for the wall, so I'm just gonna run this. The one will be 2-speed, and then the other one solid state. And that way, I could just get, probably best speeds for them. Anyway, this one I think it's going to be. Oh, this is different. I forgot. I think it's gonna be bedroom quiet. Not counting the noise it already makes or the globe, because that we're not pulling that against it. Like in terms of new noise.
I'll go with living room quiet under the same particulars. It's kind of hard to tell what's the new noise and what's... Seems pretty good. Like, I think, go to the noisiest thing and then go up there and hold the globe.
Probably about the worst bit there, which is not even far from high, actually.
No, it's not bad at all. I'm actually... Oh.
Yeah, that's just the globe.
It's damn near silent if we remove the globe.
If you don't count the globe or whatever's already making, it's pretty much.
Yeah.
So solid state's probably what you want to use on this.
Probably. Otherwise, you have to make a control.
Right. Okay, and then
we already did 0 to high on accident.
We didn't see the inrush though, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
It was 1.5 and it went down to 1.39.
Okay. Well,
Rick test.
Yes, that's important. Now let's put the ball back.
Alexa, Rick test. Hey.
Oh, actually, listen.
Although I don't know why it doesn't turn all the lights off. It's supposed to. It's weird. It worked, but it didn't work. Alexa, garage off. We should have put that live, laugh, globe on it. Just so it would fail the Rick test.
But we already determined that a globe that I hate that is forcibly put on the fan will not actually affect the Rick test.
What was that?
On that really cool 42-inch studio series, they put one of those god-awful, like, low-profile lights on that I was strongly against. But
only because it came with it. That was the light that came with it, and it was very malaise.
Doesn't mean it's a good choice, but Anyway,
It was very malaise.
Yeah, I love malaise. That's just not.
Yeah, this was not malaise. The left globe that I'm suggesting is not. I call it the Is Stuart Gay globe now after you saying that it might be a mullet thing.
Well, I know he likes stained glass. That's why I brought that up. Not because
I don't know if you even call that stained glass though. It's like unicorn poop in. No, don't show it. Don't show it. We'll put it on a fan and surprise somebody sometime.
It's gonna be awful, guys.
I don't know what fan we could possibly put it on, but I'm definitely gonna be entertained.
Yeah, it won't be good. Anyway, I think it's no surprise. It's gonna be obviously avocado appliance. Very, very cool.
I think this
looks awesome.
Yeah, I think obviously this is Menards. I mean,
oh yeah.
It's interesting because I don't love regular 36-inch originals, although I'd probably still put them in a top category just because they're original.
Yeah.
R36s, honestly, if they have a built-in light fitter, that knocks them down to Quick Trip. I hate those built-in light fitters.
Yeah, I can't say I like them much either.
Most collectors really love them. I think I'm in the minority there.
No, I also prefer them to not. I have the light. I would rather not have the light on those.
Well, Broken Clock is right twice a day. That's just that's a shaded. That's me throwing shade at Rick again. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's interesting because there's basically when it comes to 36-inch originals, there's like a bell curve of what I like and don't like. But once they get to Trumpet Canopy, up until and including this Canopy, they're very high. They're at the top of Menards, and then once you go down either side of that bell curve, they drop. The earlier 36-inch with the adapter irons I like quite a bit. Then once you get to the 38-inch reverse air, they teeter into my middle category, and the same with you get to the really early ones that usually had a light fitter and metal blades, and yeah. So, but this is a variation I've always wanted. Only thing I would like more is if it had metal blades, but honestly, I'm not too picky. And if a set of metal blades turns up on eBay, Rick will probably send me the link, or buy them for himself, or possibly buy them for this fan. But there's a 50% chance if a set turns up on eBay that Rick
someone's buying them.
Yeah.
Which for this fan would actually look really good with metal blades.
The fake wood grain ones.
Yeah, if those popped up. Yeah.
There was a set for sale on eBay and I didn't get it.
Yes, I remember it, and I kind of regret it now because I could have put them on my top 32.
Yeah, they were pretty expensive, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's probably why I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure this will rank pretty high in Mulletville.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would rank pretty high in Jonasville. I can't imagine why he wouldn't like it. Obviously, I'm sad that Andy wasn't here for this because I think this is about as Andy as it gets.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know the difference in storms, but I'm going to guess it's an F5 tornado.
F5 tornado, yeah.
Because I heard him say that.
That's high tier.
Yeah. The only thing I don't know is how metal it is. I would think it's got to be up there because it's powerful and it's an original and it's oil bath and it's vintage and it's brown. But I don't know how he feels about it. I've never seen him with a 36-inch original, so... And 36-inch originals have a reputation for being underpowered, even though this particular version is not. Yeah, okay, well, anything else you want to say?
I would say this is a really cool fan, and buy fan sticks.
Well, we got thanks our sponsors.
Yes, we do.
I mean, I'm not gonna go through I'll just do the abbreviated list like we often do.
Yeah.
Fan stick, light stick, taco, burrito, Mexico, Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors. I wish I had a Sperry right now. I'm quite thirsty.
I know, I am as well.
Good Manufacturing, I think I already said. Taco Burrito Mexico, 81220 LLC, where you can hear in the distance crunch. Ricker Sheep, a fun game you can play with your friends. I thought I heard the doorbell, but I think it's just, do you have any home? Off in the distance, Cadillac, house on the rock.
Yes.
Off in the distance, we hear Metal Jonas.
We found out that Metal Jonas can appear at any time. It doesn't have to be at the end of the video.
Don't forget about Power Max, the vacuum with 2 vacuums.
The vacuum with 2 bags.
Yeah. So, yeah, and of course, patreon.com/dspiffy. And if you're only going to pick one sponsor to support, the sponsor to support is to
buy fans.
Thanks for watching.